You keep going. Shit!
Where are you from?
You won't believe that these amazing shots were taken on these two cameras. I'm going to be breaking down two amazing movies that the producers decided to just blow our minds away by using weird cameras. The first movie is the one and only Civil War. Not the Avengers, but the Civil War from 2024. Civil War was a movie that had you shaking in terror. It transports us to a near-future America torn apart by internal conflict. The narrative follows a group of journalists navigating pure violence, aiming to document the human stories amidst the turmoil. Garland's direction offers a raw and unfiltered look into the realities of war, making the audience feel as though they're right there with the characters. To capture the film's visceral and immersive visuals, Garland and his director of photography, Rob Hardy, incorporated the Sony A7 III alongside other high-end cinema cameras. The A7 III's compact size, exceptional low-light performance, and versatile shooting capabilities made it an invaluable tool in the filmmaker's arsenal. The Sony A7 III is a 12-megapixel full-frame sensor, optimized for low light conditions and the ability to record 4K video at up to 120 frames per second. These features allowed the filmmakers to capture high-quality footage in challenging environments, maintaining a consistent aesthetic throughout the film. One of the standout applications of the A7 III in Civil War was during the film's car sequences. The production team utilized a coverage car equipped with up to 12 cameras, including the A7 III, to capture the interactions of 4 characters as they navigated through war-torn landscapes. This setup allowed for a wide range of sightlines and views, providing an immersive experience for the audience. The A7 III's compact form factor and flexibility enabled the crew to position cameras in tight spaces within the vehicle, capturing intimate angles and authentic performances without intrusive equipment. This approach allowed the actors to play out scenes in full without interruption, enhancing the film's realism. In Civil War, the A7 III was used alongside other cameras, such as the Sony Venice II and DJI Ronin 4D. The A7 III's similar color science to the Venice II ensured that footage from different cameras matched seamlessly, maintaining visual coherence throughout the film. I don't have a video, or rather, I didn't see one of the car setup, but I have this picture that I can show you. This is the car setup. Here's a few other shots of the Sony A7 III. One of the most gripping moments in Civil War is the interrogation scene, where the question, "Where are you from?" becomes a chilling probe into identity and allegiance. The filmmakers utilized the A7 III to capture the raw emotions of this scene, employing its low-light capabilities to create a tense and intimate atmosphere. The use of the A7 III provided a human-like perspective, drawing viewers into the psychological intensity of the interrogation. This approach created an immersive experience, making the audience feel as though they were in the room, witnessing the unfolding drama firsthand. Alex Garland's Civil War showcases the innovative use of the Sony A7 III in crafting a visually immersive narrative. The camera's compact size, exceptional low-light performance, and seamless integration with other systems allowed the filmmakers to push the boundaries of cinematic storytelling. By leveraging the A7 III's capabilities, Garland and his team created a film that resonates deeply with audiences, both visually and emotionally.
You keep going. Shit!
Where are you from?
That brings us to the cinematic brilliance of Blue Ruin, 2013. How the Canon C300 Mark I made it a masterpiece. Let's talk about the Blue Ruin, the brutal, beautiful, and breathtaking revenge thriller that came out of nowhere and changed indie filmmaking. This movie isn't about explosions, car chases, or superhuman killers. It's about one broken man, a rusted car, and a revenge plan that's doomed from the start. By the end of this breakdown, you'll see why this $16,000 camera created visuals more intense than some $100 million Hollywood movies. If you haven't grabbed one, grab some popcorn, hit that subscribe button, and let's break this one down too. Before we get into why the Canon C300 Mark I was the perfect choice for Blue Ruin, and before I show you some of its best scenes, let's talk about the camera itself. Blue Ruin director Jeremy Saulnier made a bold choice. He didn't use a Red or an ARRI, the usual go-to cameras for indie films. Instead, he chose the Canon C300 Mark I. Why? It's lightweight and compact. Most of this movie is shot on location with natural lighting. The Canon C300 was easy to move, allowing for handheld shots that feel intimate and raw. It has a super 35mm sensor for a cinematic look. This sensor gives the movie a beautiful depth of field, making backgrounds blur out softly while keeping characters in razor-sharp focus. It also has a wonderful natural low-light performance. No artificial Hollywood lighting here. This movie embraced darkness. The C300 sensor captures dimly lit interiors and nighttime shots beautifully. And lastly, the wonderful camera helped to keep the neutral with its gritty color science. Blue Ruin keeps colors muted, natural, and cold, reflecting Dwight's lonely, hopeless existence. Now let's analyze some scenes. The opening beach sequence, establishing a broken man. The movie opens without dialogue, just visuals. Dwight is homeless, living in a rusted blue Pontiac Bonneville, eating out of trash cans, breaking into houses just to take baths. And here, my peeps, is where the Canon C300 Mark I shines. 1. It's wonderful for handheld cinematography. The camera moves slightly with Dwight, making us feel like we're spying on his tragic life. But here's where the C300's rolling shutter performance comes in clutch. Unlike lower-end cameras that create weird distortions during handheld movement, the C300 keeps everything smooth and natural. This makes Dwight's aimless wandering feel immersive rather than distracting. 2. It's got natural light capabilities. The soft, early morning sun creates a pale blue color palette, reinforcing his isolation. The Canon log color profile ensures that even with limited lighting control, the image retains depth and subtlety. We don't get an overexposed mess or crushed shadows, just a beautifully muted, melancholic world. And something else that helped the scene stand out like a shining star was the muted depth of field. The C300 Super 35mm sensor gives us that slight background blur, keeping our focus locked on Dwight's sad, unkempt face while still showing the details of his decaying world. The balance is perfect. The scene doesn't feel overly cinematic, yet it avoids looking flat or lifeless. This is a perfect silent introduction to a man who has lost everything. The movie doesn't tell you anything. It makes you feel it. Here's another wonderful scene that I love to watch over and over. The gas station revenge. Brutality in stillness. The plot kicks off when Dwight learns that Wade Cleland, the man who murdered his parents, is being released from prison.
He's going to be released.
Dwight isn't a trained killer. He's just an ordinary man who decides he has to do something. So what does he do? He steals a gun. He waits in a gas station restroom. He ambushes Wade Cleland and stabs him to the afterlife. Now let's break down why this scene is pure cinematic brilliance. The Canon C300 captures every detail of his trembling fingers. He's not an action hero, he's terrified. The 8-bit 422 color sampling ensures the close-up has rich skin tones and lifelike texture without artificial over-sharpening. You can see his sweat, his hesitation, his sheer panic, The fluorescent gas station lights are cold and sterile, making everything feel eerily real. The C300's excellent white balance control prevents the scene from looking too warm or artificial. The lighting is ugly, and that's exactly the point. The camera barely moves, letting us soak in the brutality. And here's the kicker. It's not satisfying. There's no heroic moment, just a messy, awkward murder, and Dwight scrambling away, covered in blood. Revenge doesn't feel cool. It feels horrifying. What makes this moment even more immersive is the C300's high bitrate recording. The detail in the blood splatter, the texture of Dwight's shaking hands, it's all preserved with stunning clarity, making the horror hit even harder. The C300 captures everything in one eerie shot. No cuts, no flashy editing, just stillness. The C300's low-light capabilities keep everything moody and haunting. Lesser cameras would introduce grain, but here, the blacks stay deep. The highlights don't blow out, and every shadow enhances the dread. The handheld capabilities of the C300 shine again. The second the first shot is fired, the camera subtly shakes. Not in an overdone, Hollywood-style shaky cam way, but just enough to make us feel Dwight's panic. The shallow depth of field blurs the background, keeping us locked into the chaos. Dwight fumbles, scrambles, breathes heavily. The C300 makes sure we feel every second of it. It feels real, messy, and terrifying. These two movies show that what you need is the right camera, and the Canon C300 Mark I and the Sony A7S III delivers. Blue Ruin is a modern indie masterpiece. It's raw, quiet, and utterly unforgettable. And a big part of that? The camera C300 Mark I. The Civil War was an equal masterpiece that passed emotions through wonderful capturing and sent feelings down the spine of everyone watching. What do you think makes this scene so iconic? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you love deep dives into legendary action sequences like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next breakdown. This has been Jack, bringing you another cinematic breakdown. Until next time, stay sharp and keep your eyes on the action.